basement, mastermind, go to events, talk to people, hire people, and have 10 times more mistakes than just being in your basement. But if you're happy in your basement, you can stay there as well. Like Gianni's in his basement all day.
I'm in my basement, man. I don't have a basement. I have a second floor, man. A full studio for me.
Okay, guys. So this slide is been here for 10 shows. I hope you are returning visitor, let's say, or returning viewer, right? So this is your 10th show with me. Some of you guys been here for all those shows. So just a normal guy. Right now I'm in Spain. I am going on Friday to Copenhagen, then to Vegas. So if some of you guys are going to Vegas, to the Field Summit, you can contact me. You just let me know. We can have some time together there. And that's it. Later, I'm going to Colombia to meet with my girlfriend.
Your wife.
If that's my wife. Well, I don't know. That's very public, but could be my future wife. I don't know. Let's see. So, guys, who wants to be a sexy millionaire? Because there's a lot of millionaires, but only a few are sexy. And more than millionaires, let's say that, we want to be, or, maybe you are already wealthy, right? A lot better to say, to become wealthy than just a millionaire, right?
Correct.
Just a rich guy, and you're rich. Okay, guys, so I hope you want to be a millionaire. So let's go. Ready? Let's go. So I put here this, very short presentation, short slide. I guess you have, for example, if we talk about, how Gianni met me or how I met Gianni, and we end up being here almost three years after that, I talked to him, I kind of found him, I asked him for something, and, things happened because we both were hungry, etc. But, that's not the normal way of finding people, right? So to hire your first team member, you should really take some of the steps that I mentioned here, so you can avoid a lot of issues and a lot of, firing people and having a lot of, having your company like in a hole, right, without growing, because you have all these ups and downs, hiring people, these people getting the knowledge from your company and then leaving, etc., etc., etc. A lot of issues, right? But remember this important fact: hire slow, fire fast. And if you fire slow, you are, just wasting time and wasting money. So, once you get out of the basement and you really have to deal with people all day, you really have to be strong, right? Strong and have several things clear. What is possible to have or not, what are the limits for some of your workers, etc. So let's start with one of the tips. When you want to hire someone, you have to work your network. This is what I recommend. Okay, so you can go, the personal network route, like friends. I don't suggest family. I think Gianni doesn't suggest family at all. But you can go and reach out with your friends. Those are they are people that you know for a lot of time, so you kind of know, people you're dealing with. I know, several super affiliates doing amazing numbers that they build their entire team based on friends and connections. Okay, and it worked out really well. You can hire some, 18 players like your friends, and then you can even, work with the network of your friends. So you can find really amazing people and build your team in that way. You can ask people you respect, right? This coach, you have this mastermind, account managers, affiliate managers. You can ask any connection you have, pretty much, these events, etc. So someone can give you a referral, right? You can even pay for a good referral. Another way is create an ad or a post on your Facebook wall, some specific groups, etc. And even going to forums is a good way to dig and find some gold person that can join your team. So if you are looking for someone that is not so close to your network because your network sucks, you can go to some of these places that we used before: Craigslist, Upwork, Freelancer, People Per Hour, Best Jobs, OnlineJobs.ph. Many people use to hire Filipinos, BrickworkIndia.com, etc. So you have several platforms out there where you can find actually some good people, some young, eager, hungry guy that can join your team and be part of your legacy. The second tip is start with a short interview. Okay, so I would suggest that you interview a minimum of 3 people. Okay, it's better to wait for the right person than hire a mediocre person, out of your desperation. So just calm down. You need someone because you don't have time for managing what you have in your hands right now. But it's better to wait and be a bit patient than just hire the first guy that asks you for a job. Because at the end, it's gonna waste your time, your money again. Okay, so narrow down the list that you have. Then interview. Don't spend time interviewing 100 people. Just narrow down the list. You can use a Google form, type of form with some questions that I'm gonna share in 5-10 minutes. So you can use send a link to 100 people, and you can pretty much filter down or narrow down those people to 10 or whatever, right? And then you can interview those. So you focus on the ones that fit the best of your requirements. Only interview if they fit the culture. That's very, very important. Okay, I have here, right? If is he healthy? Does he read? Is he hungry? Does he take drugs? I mean, the last one is kind of funny, but it's not funny. I mean, you don't know that person, so you really need to make sure that if it fits the culture of your company or your project. In Gianni's case of the Millionaire Mastermind, if you are not hungry and you are not, dreaming about millions and 10x every project or everything that we do, you don't fit the culture. If you are a reactive person, you don't fit the culture. So that's just an example, right? You have to make sure that it fits the culture, just not because of the company itself, but the other members that are going to join. So if one black sheep can destroy the other good sheeps, or I don't know what's this sentence or phrase in English, but that's it. You get it. During this interview, there will be some general questions, right? So how much experience do you have, or what's your overall knowledge in affiliate marketing or this and that? And then depending on the position that you're looking for, there's going to be some specific questions, right? So if you're looking for a media buyer, you are going to ask him, hey, how do you choose a good offer? Or when was the last time you ran a profitable campaign? Or how do you change this setting in this tracking software or whatever? You can be more or less specific and the question can be, more or less hard depending on your requirements. If you're hiring a web developer, say you have to ask them about WordPress or how to edit HTML or whatever, Graphics, same. How you create this banner, how will you change this or that? And video, the same thing, okay? At the end of the day, obviously, this is just an interview. Then the next step is going to be a test, right? But in the interview, you can get a general idea of, how they answer those questions, what they know, etc. So, as I said, the third tip, or, in this process, will be like run a test project, okay? So this part is where you give them, the candidates, right, to join your team, a small test project. For example, with a web developer, edit this advertorial or this landing page. For a graphics guy, some of my requirements, I always give the graphics designer like 3 banners, and they have to create one out of those 3 or whatever. Just try to clone this banner and modify it or whatever, right? Or I know Rafael. In one of our masterminds, we had a guy like creating several WordPress. So a guy that is working with us right now, he had to create a WordPress site in less than 2 days. Actually, he did it in less than 1 day. Edit this video, launch this campaign, find the best 3 skiing offers in these 20 networks, CPA networks, whatever. You name it. It's a small test, depending on your taste, what you expect from them. You have to do it. And you have 2 options. You can give them some directions, some of the basics that they need to follow, or you can give them SOP, right? Standard operating procedure, pretty much like a document with all the guidelines that they have to follow. So step 1, do this. Step 2, do this. Step 3, do that. Okay. If they're not able to follow that, we had a lot of guys in the past, not a lot, but several guys that we giving them an SOP with 20 steps, they could not do the 20 steps in a right way. So that's not a fit for your company, but for any company in this world. If they cannot follow 20 steps when they are very clearly, written down and explained, they are just stupid. Paying is optional in this test, right? So if you pay, you're gonna get more people, and maybe the guy, the best guy for your company is gonna be there. Some people are gonna do it for free. Some people, they are not gonna do it, or some are gonna do it like fast and just doing it because you asked for that, but the result is not going to be good. So recommendation is, you can give them, depending on the task. If it is like creating a banner, well, you don't have to pay for that. It doesn't require like a lot of time. But if you're telling them, hey, create this whole WordPress site, well, just give them some money, right? So they're going to be a bit more incentivized. The fourth tip is agree on responsibilities, okay? So make sure, the person wants to do what you want them to do. What I mean here is you can hire someone and they don't even know what they really have to do. So if you hire someone that, understands that he has to do X, Y, Z, and you want them to do other stuff, or maybe they didn't understand it clearly, it's going to be a big issue down the road. So be honest with the tasks, okay? Don't hide anything. Be straightforward with the guy. If you are doing something, just tell them from the first day, the day first, okay? Agree on terms. Very, very clear terms on what they have to do. And the important part that I recommend is always ask for references. Okay, if they're not new to the to the market, they had some reference like like all bosses or all companies, where are they coming from? So you have to dig there and see what is going on. Why this guy, if this guy is so good, why is not working with the last company? What happened? Why did he get fired? Was he smoking drugs and not going to work? His internet was dropping every day. He was not working at the right time, etc. Right? The fifth point is agree on next steps and details. Okay, so you really have to agree, and make sure the guy understands that he has to start this day or this day. He has to have very clear the list of responsibilities, okay, a list of goals, and you really need to have a system to tracking the progress and delivering the work that you are asking him. One thing that you could do is you ask your hire, send me an email a day with what did you do today, what issues do you had, what questions do you have for me. So it's a good way of tracking and monitoring the person's day. This is really, really important. Look for a team management software like Teamwork. We use Teamwork. It's really important to have. We use Productive in the past. You have several softwares out there on platforms, but it's important that you have a Teamwork or a software to manage your team. Okay. Time tracker like Work Snaps. If you don't have an office and you don't have a way to track the person's time, you cannot be on Skype every 5 minutes asking the person, "Hey, are you there? Are you there? Are you there?" So get a time tracker. Work Snaps. It's just a software. I think it costs like $20 a month for 3 people, for 3 workers. You will know exactly when they log in, when they log out. Even if they log in and they are not working, the software is gonna know that they are not moving the mouse. So, you're gonna know exactly if they work or not. Actually, this software, WorkSnaps, takes screenshots of their desktop every, you can set it up. You can say every 10 minutes or every 15 minutes, take screenshots of what they are doing. So at the end of the month, you will know, hey, you are with me to work 40 hours a week, and you work, I don't know, whatever, right? Because the software is telling me, and you will know exactly what they do. Add communication software like Slack or Skype. If you don't care about privacy, just go with Skype. If you are a little more concerned about privacy, just get Slack. Things to avoid. Hiring your friends because they are cool. So don't do that. Don't hire, your friends just because of that. Hiring the first person you find is not a good thing either. Just, take the steps that we talked before, all of them, part of them, but just do some screening before hiring your first guy or girl. Expecting a task. So don't expect from a worker, and this is something that happens to me a lot, don't expect a task to be done like you do the task. Because, you do it in a way that, it's perfect for you, but if you don't give, specific instructions, guidelines, and SOP to the person, it's not gonna be ever like you want it to be. Any worker can follow that SOP or guidelines and make it the way you like it, okay? It can be on a document, it can be with a short video, but you have to give them clear instructions. or otherwise you're going to be frustrated because, you know, they're going to deliver a work that doesn't meet your expectations. Okay, make sure you check the background of the person. You know, just make sure that, you know where the person comes from. You know, obviously it's hard if it's a Filipino, but you know, just try to dig a bit, and just, you know, don't get the first person and without checking their background. Okay, check their referrals if they have an old boss or whatever. You know, don't limit your search to experienced people. If you want to meet a buyer, don't just look for the guy that ran 10K days with other person. One is going to be expensive, another is going to, you know, have a lot of, you know, bad habits, maybe. But just look for, you know, a guy, you know, that has the attitude. Attitude is sometimes, most of the time, is a lot better than just having the skills. You know, you can get the skills, but, you know, an attitude is hard to change. Okay, so don't limit your search to experienced people. Okay, and sometimes it's better to, you know, to hire people that are not experienced. Okay, get along with the rest of your team. So if it's not your first hire, just make sure it follows the culture, right? It fits your team. As I said, one black sheep can destroy your team. Okay, it's like an infection that can destroy your team. You can hire a total stranger, it's fine. So, you know, don't be afraid to do that. And just realize that everything won't be perfect. Shit is going to happen many times when you're hiring and dealing with people all day. Some things. So, as I said before, Yanni, you're there, right?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, awesome. So, as I said before, this is like an example of what one of the forms that we use. You know, what's your name, your email address, Skype ID, Facebook profile, LinkedIn profile. You know, are you able to work from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. EST time? What's your availability, part-time, full-time? Which position are you applying for? Because this is the form that we send to, like, imagine that you go to onlinejobs.ph and you have 100 applicants. You send them a message with a URL link, and you just copy paste all of them. And you are going to filter a lot of them. And maybe if you're looking for several positions, they're going to just type there. Maybe some guy knows graphics and web development, okay, and is a programmer or whatever. So it's good to have that there. What are your salary requirements in US dollars? And something that we like to see is the typing test. So they take a test, and, you know, a simple task like downloading Gene and taking a screenshot. I mean, it's just funny or sad, but people cannot do this. Please take this typing test and take a screenshot with this Gene. So I don't know what happens in people's mind, but many people cannot go there, download a software, take a screenshot of the typing test result, which is crazy. So, you know, just with that alone, you can filter so many, you know, stupid people that cannot join your team. Sorry for that word, but, you know, if someone cannot do that, I mean, I don't think deserves to be in your team, if you agree with me. What's your adjusted typing speed in WPM? Words per minute. So there you just have to put a number that, you know, the speed test result is going to give you. Please provide links to any sample work. So there is when they are going to put, you know, this WordPress website that they created, or some graphics, or some video, or some, you know, like recommendation letter, or resume, or whatever. Please take this internet speed test. Okay, this is really important. If you are hiring someone from the Philippines, And, usually is what you do because of, you're not balling and you're not going to hire a $5,000 a month guy to your team unless you're doing too well. You're going to hire a Filipino or someone like that. And in those countries, they have a lot of issues with internet, and they have a lot of, T-phones, and they don't work for 3 days, etc. So just make sure that they have a good internet, good internet speed and a good internet, that the internet is stable. It doesn't drop or whatever, and you can have a conversation with them. And there, it's a mindset question that I put there. One of our affiliate marketing students generated this in 1 day. I don't know, it's a screenshot with $2,000 or $3,000. So I just wanna know how does it make them feel seeing that? Maybe a person that said, "Well, that's impossible, it's bullshit, you're lying," or whatever. It's a no go for you, right? For your team. If someone answers, "Hey, I wanna earn this in 6 months or in 1 year," or "Yeah, it's possible, I'm working for that." That's the type of answer that you want to have, right? And this is something that you can pretty much copy. This is what we always use in some of the Upwork or onlinejobs.ph or whatever hiring process that we have. Some of the requirements, this is just you copy pasted for almost all jobs. You have to be an expert in written and spoken English, not like me. Be able to work 9 to 5 EST, if that's your case. Always respond within 5 minutes on Skype. I just don't like to work with people that, you write them on Skype when they are supposed to be working, and then they take 3 years to respond. So, they have to be very responsive. I mean, they are fucking working, right? So they have to be there for you. Or they have a good excuse because they were building something or whatever, right? Focus on results and revenue generation. Self-motivated, organized, and 100% results-oriented. Must be technical, blah, 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 blah. Responsible, organized. I mean, you want a guy that is not, unorganized or, it's just a mess, right? Some of the responsibilities. Here is where you will put some of the specifics in terms of the position, right? If it's a media buyer, for example, I don't know, tracking software, data organization, spreadsheets or whatever, etc., etc., etc. I hope this helps you. And this is something that I put here is, it's a book that I love about managing a team and creating a successful team, the ABC of building a business team that wins, from Blair Singer. I really recommend you reading this book. And in this book, Blair talks about why having a code of honor. Okay, so this is one of the things that I actually we discuss internally in the team when our first year together, and it's very important that everyone in the team understand that the mission is first. The goals, the common goal or the mission is first. Then the goals of the team is second, and in third place you have the individual goals. And Blair says that in most of the companies nowadays, this is totally the opposite. And this is why everyone hates their job and they, blah, 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 and companies go bankrupt. Because you have a bunch of guys in your team that they only care about how much they earn, when they're going to have a raise in their salary. They don't care about the company, they don't care about the team, and they don't care about the mission at all. So once you have a team that has purpose and a clear mission, that is gonna connect all the team and make things happen. Okay. So, question, how do we get the right players on the team? What kind of energy do they have? Do they have the desire, to win? Are they hungry? Are they willing to let somebody else win, etc.? Those are really, really good questions that you can share on an interview, or you can pretty much smell on this, 21 days test that you're going to give to your hire. And why a code of honor? You can imagine, how important that is, and this is why the Marines, the U.S. Marines, are that good, right? Because no one breaks this code of honor, and they if they were not following this code of honor right now, maybe the world will end. I don't know, with all those wars that we had. So this is an example that is in the book. Okay, and I think this is the end of the presentation. Is someone in the webinar, Gianni, already?
Yeah, they're still here. I think the ones who want to build a multi-million-dollar team remain in the call.
Awesome. Just one.
Now there's still 15 warriors.
Awesome, guys. Thanks a lot for being here.
A lot of people don't talk about this, they just talk about money, but money comes when you have organized things and systems and SOPs like what you're talking about,
Yeah, it's in this presentation there was a lot of gold nuggets and good recommendations that we suffered, and having a guy that wastes your time, not everyone has the personality, right, to just fire and hire and deal with people. You have feelings sometimes. You care about people even though they are assholes. They come late. They leave early. They don't do the work, etc. So there's a lot of things that you learn, and then you come up with these forms, with these requirements to avoid all those issues, or at least to minimize them. At the end, you can hire someone, and you can make a mistake, but if you follow all we talked today, you're gonna minimize 90% of the mistakes that you could have.
Yes. So someone's asking, I missed the first 5 minutes. Which website place you recommend to search for people?
Let me go there.
Huh?
Yeah. You hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going back to the. Yeah, I put here some websites, but I would say Freelancer and Upwork are more like short-term projects, let's say, or maybe just part-time guys. Maybe you can have some Upwork guys working there 1 hour or 2 a day for a specific project or for one-time tasks. If you want long-term guys, maybe a Filipino, you have from $250 to 1,000 plus guys there, and you have some gold guys there. You have to dig and dig, but there is several options in these platforms, and you could even we actually deal with some companies that they do the hiring process for you. So instead of hiring yourself, you just tell them what you need, and they're gonna give you the right person, and they're gonna monitor, and they're gonna do the whole verifying that the person is working and is doing checking the quality of their work. Those are more pricey. Obviously, you have to pay that company, plus you have to pay the workers, but it's another option.
Cool. Let's see. I guess that's it. Someone says, great info, Samuel. Thank you so much. On Facebook, people are saying you're good looking. Great management tips. nice.
Awesome.
You know, the people who understand what it takes appreciate this.
Awesome, guys.
Excellent. Cool. So, if you guys would like to work with Samuel and the Millionaire Mastermind, you can go to coachgianni.com/call. Get on a call with our team. Let's see if we are a good match. Let's see if you got what it takes, and let's see if we can help you with whatever project or goal you have in mind. You know, we are affiliate marketing experts with any traffic source, and we help a lot of people make money with Amazon as well, and pretty much, you know, we're high ticket experts. We do multiple millions as well, selling high ticket, and just there's so many things. And Samuel, you know, is an expert in scaling in Google, and cool. So if you guys are interested in working with us, the Millionaire Mastermind with Samuel, that's where you have to go, and we'll be happy to take you and I guess adopt you, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna be our family.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
Awesome, guys.
Thank you so much,
I
Samuel.
have a bad news. For the ones who are coming every day, I think, I know that next Wednesday is going to be hard for me to be here. So, or we are going to send an email as always, and change the date, or I will let you know. I'm flying at this time from Vegas to Colombia. So we will let you know for sure.
Are you going to Vegas?
Yeah, I'm going to Las Vegas.
Oh, for the event?
For the Affiliate Summit, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh,
Yeah.
cool. When is it?
It's what is that? 15 and 16. No, yeah, 15 and 16.
Oh,
15
nice.
to 17.
Nice. Cool. And then you go to Colombia after that?
Yes. I go to Colombia to release my stress.
Excellent. Cool. This is Samuel rocks.
Like this baby.
Now Samuel, guys, is gonna get more dangerous, man. He's starting mastering Facebook. Now he's gonna be very dangerous because he's been doing Google for so long, which not many people talk about Google, but a lot of the money is in Google. And now he's gonna start doing amazing stuff on Facebook. So you never know. Maybe he becomes a Facebook guru for the people, huh?
Yeah.
Cool.
Eager to do that.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. Thanks a lot for being here again. And see you in the next show. Have a great day.
You too, man. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, guys.